Now, I've been looking around my shed and picked out some of my favourite drivers. I'm a bit of a hoarder, and some of my favourites are 5, 6 or 7 years old. And you know what? I've got a hankering to change, and you know that's only human nature, it's only right. And you know, the advances in the whole world of driver technology and build quality over the period of 5, 6 or 7 years ago, it's huge really. And you know what? Another major brand has come to the very front of the reckoning, and that's Titleist with their TSR driver family. Now, if that's you, like me, feeling the hankering to change, and you're wondering, is this the right time to upgrade to something like the TSR? Well, then this video is for you. So bang a like and subscribe to the Golfbidder YouTube channel. I'll set these down and let's get cracking. Now, Titleist upgrade their drivers pretty much every 2 seasons and are coming to this new TSR driver family from having the most popular driver on the PGA Tour. That was its predecessor, the TSI. So they're building on huge success, which is really key here. And it's all really a product of a complete root and branch change in Titleist drivers a couple of years ago that was called the Speed Project. And when Titleist did that, it immediately produced results in terms of distance and accuracy. And as a result of it, it's seen a whole swathe of players, both amateur and professional, switch to using Titleist drivers, which they had never done before. Now, if you do own an older driver, whatever the brand, I'm not going to try and compare it to the new TSR driver, but what we do say in Golfbidder is this: the evolution of driver technology is very similar to that of mobile phones. Like year to year, you won't see much difference between models of mobile phones or drivers, but if you, for instance, compare a 7-year-old phone to a new phone, the differences are really stark, really noticeable, and it's exactly the same for drivers. We should know we see them all in the Golfbidder warehouse. The build and the aesthetics of this TSR are all about being sleek and aerodynamic and minimal and classy, and all while being unmistakably Titleist. Now, in the TSR 3 model, the SureFit weight track system is concealed in the rear skirt of the head, and it is extremely clever. Now, this feature, it's not so much about setting the club up for draws and fades as placing the weight behind where on the face you tend to strike the ball. That is really clever thinking. Neutral in the middle of the sweet spot, heel or toe either side of it to really increase your consistency. And it works. It's amazing. It's an update to the same system used in the TSI 3, and that, as I said, was the most popular model of driver on the PGA Tour in 2022. Now, Titleist have also done a huge amount of work on their club face over the past few years. The TSR face, it's manufactured in Pittsburgh by a company called Allegheny Technologies Incorporated, ATI. It's made of a titanium alloy with a higher yield and tensile strength, so it allows engineers to have much higher tolerances than they did in the past for face thickness in production. Like the TSR 2 and the TSR 4, this is the TSR 2, they also have Titleist multi-plateau variable face thickness design, and that basically means a much bigger and responsive sweet spot on the face here. Now, average golfers like me, well, I don't make contact with the center of the club face all the time, and especially so with the TSR2, you'll get a much better strike even if you don't center strike it on the sweet spot here. The thing that I also like about the new TSR family is there's a pretty clear division between the 3 drivers released. This TSR2 is for the average club golfer who wants distance with forgiveness. The TSR 3 here, this is for the better player. It has the weight track in the back, and I have the other one here, the smaller headed TSR4, which is a speciality lower spinning driver with interchangeable light and heavy weights for the guys who swing it hard, they're confident they can hit it out of the sweet spot and simply want to drive it long off the tee. Now the Sure Fit hosel, that's retained in all three models, and it's everything you need really when it comes to setting up the driver to suit you. Upright or flat, more or less loft, set up for draws and fades, and I've done a whole video on how to adjust every conceivable TSR driver too, so we'll leave a link to that in the description. So, to summarize, should you upgrade to the Titleist TSR driver? Well, I would say don't feel pressure to change if you already own a driver from a major brand that is only a year or two old. But if you own something older, 5 or so years like I had here, and you want something new with the knowledge that it's the best of the best out there, then you will see a very noticeable improvement in performance when you get your hands on the Titleist TSR driver, whether it's the 2, the 3 or the 4. Now if you enjoyed this video, please do again press like and subscribe to the Golfbidder YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. For me for now though, I hope this change, I hope this helps your hankering. It's Donal, out.